Okay, I'm just gonna go over the loss I took today. Um, Most likely will not see another trade unless this comes to fruition. What I'm looking at here, like an inversion of the 5 minute to the 15 minute unfilled. Um, Otherwise, there's really no opportunity to long because we're just consolidating now. I was initially looking for a long after we tapped into this 5 minute, but we didn't get that. We almost got it with this inversion, but it didn't inverse properly. So now we're just consolidating. And it's getting pretty late in the morning session here, so probably won't see this setup come to fruition. That's why I'm making this video now, just to do the trade recap that I actually took. We'll hide this for now. All right, just actually delete it for now. Okay, um, so I am just trading my combines again after trading my funded last week, getting a payout on it. I'm pretty sure I could probably trade it again now, but I am just avoiding trading it. Like I really, unless I see something I love. Um, so yeah, it looks like they didn't take out the cash yet. I don't know. Um, so I don't think I could trade the funded yet, even if I wanted to. But that being said, this is the trade I took. Was it a 5 minute? Yeah, it was a 5 minute inversion into a 15-minute unfilled fair value gap. I think it's important to note that the 15-minute fair value gap on ES was tapped into already. Okay, I think that's important to note. But I'll explain my reasoning why I took this. I understood it was a riskier trade when I was entering just because we're going against the bias. Obviously, we're long today. We're overall long. So I was looking for a retracement and catch that retracement. So obviously a bit riskier because I was going against the trend. Um, the reason I was willing to go against the trend was because we had swept previous weekly highs / previous daily high. They were the same candle, same area of interest. So because we had swept that, that was a nice like place to sweep. And so then I was okay with taking the short because we had swept a valid point of interest. We had a 5 minute inversion. We had a valid TP with the unfilled 15 minutes. So the setup was there. I'll explain what would have made the setup nicer. And yeah, so the daily again doesn't really give us anything. We are bullish just based off the daily, you could say, because we completely filled this new week opening gap from last week now, and um, maybe even inversed the gap. No, we didn't, but we're bullish on the daily. 4 hour also bullish. Did a nice job of this week's new week opening gap, which we already filled. It was smaller. Sweeping the equal lows, then going higher from there. We inverse the 1 hour fair value gap, so another reason to be bullish. And so I did come into the session bullish. Now, there wasn't any opportunities for bullish trades. You'll see we just did not get a pullback. There was this, but that was the 9:30 open candle that we tapped into a 15-minute. And there just was not an opportunity for an inversion. I was originally looking for maybe an inversion here, but we just quickly closed higher, didn't provide us with a fair value gap. And then from there wasn't an opportunity for a 5 minute continuation or a 15-minute. Almost got a 5 minute here, but didn't tap into it. Um, Almost got a 15-minute continuation, but didn't tap into it. So we just kept pumping, and there wasn't ability for me to find a entry for a continuation setup. And it's not like I needed to take a trade today. I don't think I was fiending for a trade. However, um, I saw an opportunity because we did not tap into this 15-minute and we didn't give me an entry to go long. Well, cool. Now that could be a target for a short then. And again, the reason I liked shorts was because we took previous weekly high and previous daily high. on both ES and NASDAQ. We did get that inversion. Okay, we got that inversion, so I actually did enter here. My break even will be at this low here if we get it. But anyways, we got the 5-minute inversion here. What would have made that better initially was if we had just given me the inversion with this candle. But we didn't. So then we traded higher, forming some like more liquidity above, which isn't ideal. And then we got the inversion. But still got the inversion on the 5-minute, had a target. So yeah, it looks like this is probably going to stop me out. That's what you get for shorting a market that is obviously long biased. Yeah, I don't know what else to say there. But yeah, that was my trade for the day with my targets. My stop loss was obviously this high. We obviously eventually got the inversion, and then we got stopped out. And then looks like I'll enter and get stopped out during the same daily recap or trade recap here. So I guess it's at least good that I'm getting stopped out quickly, and I could not make a second video on this. But again, another valid entry, but again, going against the bias, and I'm clearly paying the price for that. There's equal highs above here, but we swept another high here. And yeah, so it's just not a good trading day for us, obviously. Looks like we will not be getting these combines to funded at this rate. We will probably lose them, which is fine. I'm trying to get the fuck off the Top Step. I'm also trying to not take trades that I wouldn't normally take in the process. These are riskier trades, again, because it's against the bias, but I'm still following my trading plan. But there might be some discretion that I would normally use here that I'm not using right now because I'm trying to just trade these combine accounts. But yeah, let's watch this stop me out. Assuming that happens shortly here. Not really sure. Oh, maybe we tapped into an hourly. No, I don't know what we ended up like pumping from here after inversing. Nothing really. It kind of just faked us out in a way. I guess an order block. I don't use order blocks, so that's not a part of my model. But yeah. If it doesn't take us out in the next minute here, I'm just gonna end the video, and more than likely you will not see a second trade recap showing that I won this trade. It'll be a loss. But yeah. I'm learning, valuable lessons, I guess, which is nice through just trading this combine without using any discretion, is the fact that you have to use fucking discretion. You have to use discretion. Like, we're nonstop pumping. We're not even, I mean, part of the reason I'm taking these shorts, though, is because we're not retracing. So we're leaving a lot of unfilled, like, targets but underneath. So that makes me want to short, but I guess that's like contradictory. It's like an oxymoron almost, because it's making me want to short, but at the same time, if we're pumping that much, leave it and not even retracing, probably don't want to short inside that price action. So lessons learned here in a way. Let's trust the bias. But yeah, this price action today definitely a little deceptive, obviously, because we
Order filled.
yeah, so I don't know if you can hear the audio or not, but my order just got filled, so I got stopped out. Um, obviously, like I will say this, price action was a bit deceptive today in terms of like, um, I came into the day wanting to be long and just did not get a long setup. Like I said, didn't retrace into anything. 15-minute, 5-minute, nothing. No continuation possible. But then on top of that, when I was looking for shorts, it was giving them to me. Two times. We had five, like these aren't 1 minute shorts. These are 5 minute, highest time frame inversions I'll look for is 5 minutes. So brings a little bit more substance to the table, usually stronger confluence when it's a 5 minute compared to a 1 minute. Now, I'm not saying that they have to play out just because it's a 5 minute, but it brings a little bit more strength to the overall trade idea. And we got that two times. We got it here and we got it here, and just instant pumps after we got those inversions. So obviously we went against the bias today, but price was clearly deceptive in a way, which sucks. This everything about today made it a prime day to just lose money. Um, because I could not enter off a long, wasn't given that opportunity, and then shorts, yes, going against the bias, more risky. Um, but they presented themselves. It didn't have to fucking inverse 2 5-minute fair value gaps on the way up and instantly say, fuck you, we're going to continue higher. It didn't have to do that, but it did. And my model presented itself. Obviously, I can't say this with complete confidence, but I hope I could have used discretion if I was trading an account that I cared about. Right now, I'm trading these Top Step Combine accounts, which I genuinely don't give a fuck about. I just need them to, I've said this a million times, but I need them to go one way or the other. Okay. And right now it's clearly trending in one direction, which is that I'll just blow the accounts. Cool. Or I need it to, um, you know, grow into a funded account. Obviously, it's trending in the opposite direction. These accounts will get blown pretty soon, at the rate we're going. And again, I'm not actively trying to blow them, but I'm using less discretion with the setups I take. If my model's there, I'm going to take the setup. Today, my model was there 2 times for a short. If I use some discretion, well, that discretion would have been, we're obviously pumping very strong here. Shorts probably aren't ideal. Even though we have a target that unfill 15-minute, it's just maybe, like, especially maybe the second setup for the short just don't take you. Maybe we get stopped out for the first one, tried our luck, and just decide we're done for the day. I don't know. I hope I could have used a little bit more discretion there. I hope we're learning a little bit from these non-discretionary trades that discretion is important. You can't just enter every time you see your model. But yeah, 2 losses today. And that is that.